Hey everybody, welcome to Bish's RV here in Coldwater, Michigan with the USS Wildwood behind us, this big battleship-sized travel trailer. This is what I call a flat deck fifth wheel, so if you don't want to give up the bed of your truck, well guess what my friends, you're in luck. And I did not mean to say that on purpose and it sounded like a nice rhyme. So this is it's a triple slide travel trailer. You've got a full bedroom slide, huge front closet that is actually side-by-side washer and dryer prep. So if you're looking for something to stay parked and use potentially seasonally and you don't want to use a public laundry service, this is a travel trailer that can do that, which there's not a lot of them that do offer a washer and dryer prep in a front bedroom like this. You've got dual power awnings, tank heaters, wide stance axles with Goodyear endurance radials should you choose to haul it down the road. Opposing sides with all the windows over on the living side, and they got rid of the carpet this year. They standardized a bigger area. You can add the second one, and I think I sure would want to on a big camper like this. It is very limited in its road mode travel access, and it's got a weird bed size we're going to talk about when we get in there. It is something you can just find replacement sheets for, but that's what I want to do in this video, show you the good with the bad and what this one offers and what it doesn't offer. So there's a lot of other builders that make a floor plan like this, but the thing is, this one will check a lot of boxes very, very well and come in a big chunk of money less compared to something like an Eagle, a Reflection, a Cougar. It's a very high value, smart target brand, and it doesn't necessarily go whole hog on everything, but I think as you'll see, if you're like, make a list of features that you want for a big travel trailer for a long time use. This one's gonna check those boxes. If you like how we show you that good with the bad, hit that subscribe button. Let's get in there. And I don't normally ask this, but I feel like doing something a little bit different today. First impressions. You've seen the little floor plan in a flash. We walk in the door, you look left, and this is what you see if you were out shopping for campers and you walked in this. What is your initial first impression? Because most of the time, I don't know that you really get a chance for second impressions. Typically, I think if people walk in and they go, nope, that's right or that's not right, that's about it. So leave me a comment, let me know. In the meantime, here's one of the, I think, really nice 2023 updates. They got rid of the carpet in this thing. That is a major, major request. Now, previously, Heritage Glen and like Alpha Wolf, they were a very, very comparable product. And in many ways, I think they still are. But I do think that a couple little key features like that have helped kind of define this and maybe give it a little bit of separation. But that's my 2 cents. Working our way around here, you notice that they have just big time windows all over the place. That's one of the best things about this RV. Massive panoramic window coverage. Now, the giant panoramic window overlooking the sofa directly doesn't look like it opens for airflow, but that's actually your fire escape window, so you can prop that thing open. And notice, unlike the stick and tin Wildwoods, every window basically does open for airflow, including the slide side windows. And that right there is a detail that a lot of brands tend to miss and or leave out. Now, they've touched up a couple decor elements, like you have the option between a booth dinette and a table and chairs. Be kind of curious to know, which one would you go with and why? It's not a 2+2 chair arrangement where like a couple of them magically go away or anything like that. But, I mean, overall, I think it kind of fits the part. Now, they're using a marine woven flooring in the slide floor. And as my knowledge continues to expand as I see and learn more about RVs, one of the reasons a lot of manufacturers have gone with that is especially in instances like this, where you could have a table and chairs. They don't want the chairs basically scuffing the flooring as you slide around. Now, I'm going to give you a view from both theater seats. I want to put you right in the driver's seat of this thing. I think this is where you might spend quite a bit of time, and I think that's pretty good. The TV is up high in the slide, but it's not a super-duper tall slide or anything like that, so it doesn't really feel like a neck wrecker to me. Now, down below, we've also got that new mirrored face on the fireplace right there. I've seen some mixed reviews on that. What do you folks do? Do you like that? Do you dislike that? Let's get some feedback back to the factory. Maybe they don't need to worry about giving you a mirror for your feet. Maybe some people like that. Now, sliding over to the other seat in the theater seat, I could see some people having concerns that the kitchen island is kind of in the way of the entertainment. And certainly, you can see it in the bottom right corner of the screen right now. But I don't think it's in your way by any means. That's my 2 cents. But, it's just the way that I see it here. Now, over in the kitchen, let's just keep on sliding to the right and then slide to the left and everybody clap your hands. Look how they put that stovetop vent hood way, way up high. Now, they had to kill a cabinet to do that, but I kind of like how nice and open that is. And speaking of nice and open, I will go through and be nice and open all of the storage that we're looking at here in just a minute. See what I did there. 12-volt DC compressor fridge is standard in these. You do have the ability to swaption to a little bit smaller capacity, but gas electric two-way if that's your preference. I like the little coffee bar right here. I'm not sure if something like a Keurig machine would fit, but like those little K-cups or whatever, you know, those things, the little machines, I think that would fit in there pretty darn nicely. And that's what I'm saying on this one. Overall, it does an amazing job of checking major boxes without really, you know, leaving out anything that I think is too severe. It's kind of interesting. They apparently are now shipping this with this little free-floating gas station murder hobo defender cutting board block right here. And what I mean by that is if somebody, you know, gas station murder hobo, what comes to get you, kicks his way in that front door, you can use that piece of wood right there and just straight cold cock knock him out, you know, like an MMA fighter, something like that. Now, looking over here off the door side of the RV, it looks like there's an RV pulling in for, looks like brand new RV getting delivered right now. So, you know, again, campsite windows giving us an amazing view of everything. But I want to dive deeper. I want to get you a few more details on this. One of those being some of the aspects of the lighting package here. They do a very good job with indirect accent lighting, but that can kind of be hard to see. So I want to begin by kind of showcasing that a little bit. You get to see how you have some accent lights under the island. You have some accent lights over the slide outs as well. And they're just a plain white light. I don't think anyone ever gets bothered by that. Some people like multicolor, some people don't. This is a non-cuddle compliant big theater seat. I like the power outlets, well, the USB plugs in the middle there. Both sides of the sofa, by the way, household and USB plugs. So if you are using that hide-to-bed sofa as a guest sleeper, even your guests have the ability to keep things like phones charged up or potentially even CPAP usage, which I think is pretty cool. That TV, obviously nice and large. It can pivot around. It is not a smart TV, but a Fire Stick, a little Roku upgrade. If that's all you need to be happy with this RV, to want to purchase this one and take it home, give our team a call. That is easy stuff that we can make happen for you. Now, looking around from there, this is not a floor flush kitchen slide. It is a little bit of a toe stubber, so that might be a major make or break point of consideration. And if you didn't notice that and that was helpful information for you, hit that like button. Let us know that going that extra mile and showing you, you know, positive things and points of concern, you know, you appreciate how we do that for you. The flooring, it's not only carpetless, it's also ventless. So these are now easier cleaning than ever and more pet friendly than ever, which is very cool. I also really do like the toe kick all the way around that island. It's funny. They give us a toe kick around the island, but then the slide out kicks our toes. Let's move our way up to the bedroom and bathroom in that little hallway area. Now, stepping into the bathroom here, I have to apologize. The shower looks like somebody 86 the Kool-Aid man, then drug the body away and threw it in a swamp or something like that. Obviously, somebody with some dirty shoes stepped in there, and our regular crews that come through and kind of spot clean things for folks have not yet had a chance to take care of that. Porcelain foot flush stool with some excellent, you know, leg and hip and shoulder room. The only thing that kind of baffles me about these is they put the butt napkin roller like a football field away. Even with my long arms reaching way, way forward, it's a bit of a stretch. So you're probably going to want to get one of those standing toilet paper holders. Now, beside this nice big large shower over here, you see that you have some great linen space, extra place obviously for, well, maybe you want to keep your toilet paper in there so you can actually reach it. I don't know. The radius ceiling on this RV also makes it very friendly in the shower space because it still has a 6.5 foot sidewall, but the vault and that skylight's in just the right position where I don't really feel like I'm in a head knocker kind of situation. I also love the fact that they put just a little bit of a pattern on the bathroom walls here. Just, you know, it doesn't really violate the color palette of the RV, as it were. It just kind of breaks it up so that it does give this room just a little bit more of a unique feel. Plain simple plastic sink. Maybe you feel like upgrading the faucet. But this is one of those RVs that compared to the other brands who make a big travel trailer like this, you can save a lot of money and maybe do a couple things like just do a quick faucet swap and still be thousands of dollars ahead. But some people like it just done from the factory. I get it. I'm just letting you know. And then over here in the bedroom, if you're laying down in the bed, which is where I'm at currently, it's a little bit asymmetrical, but look at that big viewing window that it gives you straight off your bed. You hear a funky sound at night. You'll see in just a second there are breeze windows on either side of us when we're laying in the bed. Plus, you have a big viewing window there, and every window in this has those nice blackout roller shades. Doesn't come with a bedroom TV. They do a little bit of what I call dealer's choice on that. They let you pick that out. I'm kind of curious, do you need a bedroom TV in an RV like this to feel good about it? It's kind of one of those things to me like, do you need a microwave in a hotel room? A lot of people will say, yeah, no, I really want that. But very few people will actually use it. So I'm just kind of curious. Maybe a TV in the bedroom is different, especially if you're staying seasonally. Again, it could always be added. Speaking of added, you saw the second air conditioner option added up there into the ceiling. You may have noticed that is not centrally ducted. Again, I want to give you, all the information I can to put you in a position to make the best, most educated decisions possible. And I said that they had an interesting thing going on with the bed size. This is an Olympic Queen, which is a standardized bed size. Like, you can order Olympic Queen mattresses, you can order Olympic Queen sheets. They're just not the thing you tend to find all over the place. But what the crap is an Olympic Queen? It's 66 inches wide and like 80 inches long. Now, the thing is, if we take a look down here and look at the storage underneath of it, you will see that this RV has, a queen-sized bed storage base. I think if you pull out those side stands, you could also upgrade this to something like a 70 by 80 king. So they kind of give you a mama bear in betweener, and they let you pick baby bear or papa bear. So I'd be kind of curious, which bed size would you want to go with and why? And also, as long as we're looking around, gave you a look at all that front storage there. Obviously, you could use it as one big full front closet, or you could put a combo washer dryer in, or a side-by-side, not stackable, but side-by-side, and still have separate washer and dryer functions on this one. And the little cove down in the middle, I kind of thought maybe that could be a neat little pet bed or just a big old shoe barn. Now, the road mode is probably pretty much exactly what you would have expected on this. You can get up to the bedroom. You'd have to kind of climb over the bed if you wanted to get to that closet, as we saw earlier. Getting to the bathroom from the hallway right next to the door, well, that's pretty much a no-brainer right there. The question really becomes, what about the living room? And when the slides close, the question actually becomes, what living room? You basically lose it. And I wish that weren't the case, but whether it's good, bad, or ugly, or anything in between, I'm going to do my best to showcase it for you in a fair light here in these videos. But I'm always trying to think of another creative way to really kind of showcase the space that you see in an RV. So I thought I'd actually sit right here in the closet and give you a 3D perspective with a dad bod father figured individual size space in here. And something else I learned, a lot of manufacturers, when they put a partition like this above a pass-through in a camper, it will not be load-bearing. It'll just be one thin sheet of luan across a very wide span. So if you actually go to try to stack a lot of shoes or something in here, it's going to crumple, it's going to fail. I'm over 200 pounds right now. My feet aren't touching the floor. I can sit in this thing just fine. So you could actually kind of close these doors from the inside and have like a hide-and-seek champion space in here. All right, so it is that time, everybody. Let's talk towing. This is a big RV. It's about 9,000 pounds empty dry weight, but by the time you factor in potential max cargo, this one can weigh just under 11.5. Then you factor in the total length of this thing, and I think you're talking minimum 3/4 ton country here. I don't think you necessarily need to go 1 ton. I don't think you necessarily need to go diesel. There are some extremely capable gas or 3/4 tons out there, but you actually got to kind of watch 3/4 tons a little bit. There's this funny thing out there in the industry where there are some 3/4 tons built with so many widgets and whiz bangs that all of the weight on the truck eats into their potential cargo capacity, and you got to kind of watch the payload rating on some of those jazzier, flashier trim packages on these. Now, the one that we're looking at today does have the newly improved 200 watt factory solar package. That's a controller down there, and I love that Wildwood got the memo and they understood the assignment, and they put that battery disconnect up high in the radius of the nose where shifting cargo is not going to rip that sucker right off of there. And notice right there, we do still maintain a full pass-through compartment in the front end. A lot of times when you start getting RVs with washer and dryer prep, in travel trailers that is, you lose that front pass-through capacity. I'm very happy to see that they were cognizant of that, understanding that that storage space is a really big, really important deal. Good look at that second air conditioner up top. This one doesn't have a ladder, so I'm not going to be able to get you up on that walkable roof. It does have a detachable ladder mount, however, if you are so inclined. You may notice magnet holdbacks and slam latches on the baggage doors. Again, some of those nicer features checking the boxes here. The dual power awning, I frankly expected them to kind of get that wrong. I thought that they would either take one awning and bury it under, or rather over the slide out, and they wouldn't give us a second awning or something like that, but they didn't. They gave us the max patio space you could possibly want to get here. With the second, slide out right on the face of the slide right there. Now, it's not an armless awning or anything like that, so it could be a little bit of a head knocker. And with the entry door right next to the awning arm for, I guess we'll call it the forward awning, they're about the same size. The front one's a little bit larger, so maybe we'll call it the primary awning. What I'm getting at there is if it's a rainy day, you might get spritzed in the face a little bit. That is just, unfortunately, an unavoidable thing that happens when you have a door right next to an awning arm, and because you have that super slide right there and a middle entry door for fire code, that's just kind of one of the things that's going to happen. It is nice that the windows are tinted. They help keep the nosy neighbors out and whatnot. This is a good look at those wide stance stability axles down there. Now, this thing, again, I already said I really do recommend 3/4 ton and up for towing this. I don't feel this is the proper size for a half ton. Someone's going to say, well, my half ton's rated for 12,000 pounds. Yes, that is absolutely going to completely max out your half ton, and a long trailer like this will more easily push around a lighter duty vehicle and induce more sway. The wide stance stability axles will help there. A heavy duty anti-sway hitching system will certainly help, but I do think you want to avoid half tons on this. If you're like, yo, my local campground's 20 minutes away and it's just back roads, I mean, maybe you want to push it like salt and pepper, but that's just not my thing, Now, working our way around here, we're backup camera ready. You saw in our little preview footage, if I give you another sneak peek up top, it does have, again, the optional solar package on this one today. Last year, that was only like a little 100-watt panel, and it's still not the most amazing solar. You can stay in the desert indefinitely kind of solar. It's nothing like that. It is 200 watts, though, and the 30-amp charge controller should be able to, handle and accept another one of those 30-amp panels if you are so inclined. Power stabilizers going to be the standard on these. You also have an enclosed heated belly. Yes, with radiant barrier material. Sorry, I see so many RVs sometimes find little details that I can't see, get a little bit lost in the ether. That is the the gray matter between my ears. And this does have the radiant barrier to help you extend your season. I'm not aware of Salem Wildwood actually doing weather testing on these. They make some claims on some of their stickers, top insulated, blah, blah, blah. I don't know that they necessarily do anything greater than anyone else in that regard. I don't see where they're really doing much less, but if they haven't tested it, I'm not going to make a promise that, frankly, they haven't made. What is nice, though, you do have holding tank heaters standard on every single one of these. Under that front awning, you also have a little drunken uncle leash latch hookup in case you want to keep your four-legged furry friends out there. And they are very good about always positioning that like right under an awning, so if it is a hot, sunny summer day, you can keep your pets out there with you because they're family too. And frankly, it's not fun for anybody if they're inside whining and barking the whole time while you're outdoors just trying to kick back, and I know the neighbors don't appreciate it. Now, quick housekeeping note. Today we're looking at a Wildwood Heritage Glen. The Salem Hemisphere is literally the exact same thing. It just says Salem on the nose instead of Wildwood. They are literal twinsies made by the same people in the same place. So I'm going to leave you a link in the video description. It might show some Salems. It might show some Wildwoods. They're the same RV. You can check for pricing and availability at any of our stores right there. One click away, whether you're curious or whether you're serious. Never have to pick up the phone and give us your blood type or your grandmother's maiden name or the last digits on your credit card or anything like that. I might also see if I can dig up some links to some similar floor plans from some of those other bigger brands that I've mentioned before. Cross compare and let me know which one you like a little bit better and why. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and thanks for watching, everyone.